Good afternoon, everyone. Commander Bubba Ganache here. Welcome to my channel. Um, Here's the place where I come to just fly around in Elite Dangerous, generally make a fool of myself in space, and try not to crash. You can see here my lovely, lovely Cobra MK3. Yeah, I've had it all engineered out, so it's kind of fast, 523 meters per second. So yeah, I like it. It's my little run around. I've got some other ships as well that I like to fly, but yeah, this is my favorite. It's the one I always come back to. It's called the Majnoon Layla, so I'm waiting for the 2.3 update to drop so I can start getting some fancy ship names in. You're probably wondering, ooh, Middle Eastern guy flying in space. And yeah, I guess there's not too many of us out there, but believe it or not, we do exist. Okay, so yeah, I've been playing Elite Dangerous now for about a year now, and it's the only game I just keep coming back to. I've clocked about 900 hours, and yeah, I made Elite in Exploration, which was not all passenger missions. Believe it or not, I actually, let's look at the statistics here. I got, oh, where is it? Exploration. I think if you wanted the old-fashioned Exploration Elite rank, you had to make what is it? Like something like 120 million out of from exploration money, and I would say, yeah, I've got 118 million. So yeah, putting aside the passenger emissions, 118 million just in exploration profits is a lot. So I'm kind of close. It's not exactly the old-fashioned way of getting elite and explorer rank. I did get a big boost in the end with passengers, but the actual money from exploration is still quite close to what I would have gotten anyway. So I like to tell myself that anyway. I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree, but oh well. Right, so I've got a ship here. What are we going to do with it today? Let's take a look. So I've been trying to do the little goals on my own. I unlocked Bill Turner lately. I've got quite a few engineers unlocked at grade 5, which is kind of nice. You can see here. Always very sweet. Some of them I haven't really bothered with them yet, just because they don't have anything that I really want. Oh, this one wants Lavian Brandy. I could probably do that, Leasty. It'll take some time, but yeah, I could do that. But she does shield boosters and shield generators, and I kind of already got that with Lei Chung, so I'm not sure what Didi Waterman has that I don't already have with Lei Chung. So, oh well, I might do it if I'm really bored one day. Apart from that, I've been doing a lot of missions in Wu Guinagi, which is an interesting system because it's run by the Empire, and yeah, I'm on the rank of Viscount. So there's all these different ranks you can get in these ships, and Viscount is I think 2 ranks below what you'd get if you wanted to get an Imperial cutter, which is a very big ship with a lot of cargo. And as you'll probably find out later, apart from exploration, one of the things I really like is trading. So that would be very nice. I don't really care much for the Imperial design, though. I mean, I know it's stylish and they're fantastic to fly, but they just seem to lack a lot of character. And people will disagree with that. That's fine. But I like the industrial feel of of the other ships we got. Like the Cobra's great. I've got a Type 9 for mining, and that is just a fantastic ship to fly around. It flies like a brick. It looks awful, but it's got that gritty trucker feel to it, and I don't mind it at all. So yeah, let's go out and take this little bird for a spin. I want to do something interesting. I got a mission board. Um, yeah, let's do that. So, take it out for a spin, and then use this video as a chance to just say hello to the world and introduce myself on my Bubba Ganache channel. Right, mining. Don't want to do that. I think the only one that looks vaguely interesting is this encrypted data storage salvage. Yeah, I don't like any of these missions. Really don't like them. But then again, Alioth. Oh, boom time. I haven't got enough cargo space. Nope, nope. Okay, well, what we could do is just fly off to Wu Guinagi and see what we got there. I'm allied there. There's some interesting missions. Wu Guinagi's there. Okay. Let's do. Yeah, 320 light years. I will probably run out of fuel because I don't have a fuel scoop. Or do I? No, I've got a 4A attached, so yeah, I'll be fine. I think so. Fuel scoop, 4A. Beautiful. Right, let's go. So, I was only ever hanging around in Alioth lately just because I wanted to unlock Bill Turner. And I've also been trying to get to allied status with the Dark Wheel faction in Shinra to Desra. They're just, I don't know if you follow the Elite Dangerous lore, but they're that secretive faction which allegedly knows the location of a planet called Raxla. And they did a whole bunch of stuff in the original Elite that came out in the 80s. I got allied with them, didn't see any different types of missions, so I suppose it's nice to have. Maybe it'll be important later in the game, I think, as it develops. Ooh. Kayan Gu, allied power. Yeah. A lot of this game is just waiting for the jump screen to just finish. So that's why Elite probably isn't for everybody. For some people, it's just a bit of a hassle to get anywhere. You know, they want more action. That's okay. For me, it suits me just to relax after a day at work. I can log in, do whatever I want, fly around, you know, upgrade the ships, tinker away, do missions if I want to. So that kind of suits where I am in terms of gameplay, and it hasn't gotten bored, so I have to say, it's still quite exciting. Right. So what I always like to do is just kick the exploration foghorn at every system I jump into, and even though I'm already elite with exploration, it's just a nice little bit of extra cash to keep going into your coffers. There we go. Oh, I didn't look how many jumps we have, so I can't look at it now because it's 31.7 light years. So, Wu Guinagi it is. I have to say, one of the things I really like about Elite is they've really built in this kind of interesting, diverse mix of people in the future. If you look at some of the NPCs, I've come across some people who are called like Ahmed Johnson or you know, Rachel Hassan or something, and that's a pretty cool mix of just Eastern and Western names. And you know, I guess in the future things are going to be a lot more mixed up than they are now. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just always a little bit partial, so I like to see Arabs in space because I'm Arabic, and you know, it's just a little bit fun. Although at the moment everything is written in English. It would be interesting if I could ever get nameplates with Arabic characters on them. That would be amusing, especially if you're trying to fly into a station and people are trying to read the nameplate and they're like, "What the heck? Who is this guy? What's he written on his screen?" Yeah, that'd be okay. And so we continue our journey into the unknown. We do not know what will happen to us. What we do know is that excitement and adventure awaits. Yes. Welcome to my channel, the Bubba Ganache channel. Oh yeah, Bubba Ganache, yeah. I think a lot of people sometimes, on forums, the Frontier forums, a lot of people call me Bubba. I'm like, well, it's amusing, but it's Bubba Ganache. You know, that's the name, Bubba Ganache. And it's actually, if you've never tried it, it's a really, really tasty Middle Eastern dish. It's made of aubergines, and it's basically an aubergine paste with some sesame, lemon. It's all mashed together. Preparing it is actually surprisingly easy, but if you want to do it right, you have to be ready to make a real mess in your kitchen, because you have to kind of grill the aubergines on the stovetop until it gets really soft and mushy. Um, then you peel the skin from the aubergine, put it in a bowl, mash it up, put some yogurt, some sesame paste, garlic, um, maybe a little bit of lemon juice. Uh, Mix it all up with some salt as well. Turn it into this kind of thick, gooey white paste, and then you've got this really nice aubergine dip. We call it mtabbal. It's an amazing dish. Oh, oh, I've got a message from Bearzilla. Let's have a look at Bearzilla. What does he want? Do you want 3 months like library code? Oh, that's for Rocksmith. Um, yeah, I'll say why not. Let me just safely throttle down. Sure thing, dude. Send away. Thanks. Right, discovery scan. Let's get back to business here. So, we are exploring the galaxy. 23 objects. 6 jumps. This is such a drag sometimes. But that's the price we pay for greatness in space. For exploration. To have our names written in the stars. Even if it is in English, because Frontier don't support Arabic text. And yeah, here's a little fact actually. I mean, and this is kind of, it makes me feel a bit sad, but that's because um, if you look at a lot of the names we use in Arabic in astronomy, a lot of the names are Arabic. Azimuth, or I don't know, Ras Al Ghul. There's a star called Ras Al Ghul. It means the head of the ghoul. Can you believe it? And it's an Arabic name. But yeah, I mean, it's not something a lot of fellow Arabic speaking friends care much about. So when it comes to space, there seems to be this kind of detachment. Nobody seems to be that interested in actually looking at the Milky Way, exploring stuff. I mean, I remember well, 6, 7 months ago, was it 6, 7 months? A bit more. Just about the time when I started playing this game. So I went out on my first journey to Sagittarius A star, and it was such a long journey. This was before the engineers. So I took a Python out there, and that thing, I mean, it had a jump range of about, what, 27 light years, maybe? And I didn't know anything at the time, so I loaded it up. It was A-rated. I had all sorts of crap on there I didn't need. And, oh, man. I mean, that took forever, absolute forever to get there. But it was a hell of an experience. And one of the things I was amazed at was just how many stars and how big the galaxy is. I mean, you're playing a game, and yet, even in the game, it's going to take you, like, what, 2, 3 weeks to get somewhere? And then probably the same amount of time to get back. And I wasn't used to that. I was in shock. I was like, what do you mean 2, 3 weeks to get somewhere? You know, I'm used to fast-paced games. I used to play games where you just, at most you play like an hour, 2 hours maybe. But to have a game where you could be flying for 2 or 3 hours and still be nowhere near where you're supposed to go, that was very unusual. I mean, it's almost psychological because you think to yourself, ah, screw it, I'm just gonna blow up the ship and head back to the bubble. And it was always on my mind when I was doing the game because I just couldn't, it was like it was this pressure. But I think after the first week or two, I learned to relax. I was just like, well, okay, you're on a journey. You might as well just explore, put some music on, find unusual and interesting things to look at, and then you start to kind of have a different approach to the game. And I guess it's at this point that a lot of commanders might give up playing this game and just go somewhere else. And for some others, they just think, oh no, this is the game for me. I like this. And I definitely liked the game at the time. I was like, wow, okay, this needs a different mindset. It needs one where you have to be patient. You have to just kind of enjoy the ride, and yeah, just go for the exploration spirit. So yeah, this is a very unusual game. I'll just say that. I think for someone who likes science fiction as well, I wasn't quite sure what to expect when I got Elite, so um, it was with some fear. I bought it and I was thinking, okay, this is just going to be something I'll try and then I'll get bored with very quickly. And to my surprise, it's been the complete opposite. Um, I've tried to get some friends into the game, and some of them liked it, some didn't. But the ones that did, I mean, they're still absolutely nuts about it. And I think the way Frontier are taking things is good. It's slow and steady, but they've done so far everything they said they will. And every time they have done it, it's added this kind of really interesting depth and dimension to the game. I know it's controversial. I know a lot of people don't like that, but you got to be patient with this. I think they're they don't care. They're doing the game they want to play, and I respect that. And I think actually, yeah, I want to play this game too. So you have to be really patient with this game. Like now. Oh dear. So I think we've got a couple of jumps left. There we go. And players. Yeah, I've met other players in the game. Some of them tried to blow my ship up. Yeah, that's the exception, I'll have to say. Usually, people have been very nice and very friendly. Um, I think one of the nicest things was when I flew out to where I think it's the Formidine Lift. So me and two other buddies rendezvoused there, and we met up with some other explorers there. We're also going to the different Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta bases, doing scans, and this guy just winged up for us for a bit. We had a bit of a chat, a laugh, and then he left us and joined the rest of his crew. And yeah, I mean that was just fantastic. But then again, that's the kind of attitude you get from explorers, because with explorers they tend to be of the same mindset. They're a different breed from the bubble people, the people who live in that little area of inhabited space, which is like about 250 light years each direction from Sol. So they're a different breed. They're just this almost this kind of code with explorers, and I like that. You know, they're a bit like cats. You just kind of leave them to do their own thing, but they're always around if you need them to ask questions on the forums, or if you meet them in space, you're just like you can just kind of expect them to just be decent and not try to blow your ship up. Here we go. So 200 light seconds. All right, this is always the tricky bit. Um, Interestingly enough, when it comes to Super Cruise, I've only recently learned to take the throttle down at 7 seconds, like what I just did. I used to do something else, just from trial and error over the many, many months of playing the game, which is that you see how you got the speed, which is like 3 point something C. Um, I just multiplied that by 10, and that would match the actual number of light seconds. So, for 20 light seconds, I would have 2 Cs. 30 light seconds, 3 Cs. And as it would count down the light seconds, I would throttle down to the appropriate number of Cs until I get to like 1 C, which is 10 light seconds. And then I just kind of take it easy there, and that kind of worked. But I remember seeing a video, I think I don't remember, it was Chaos Wolf, or maybe it was Vindicator Jones, someone, and they must have said something at the time like, oh yeah, it's they take down the throttle at around 7 seconds. And I thought, oh wow, that's actually a lot easier than what I was doing. I got used to both ways, but yeah, I just got for the 7 seconds now, and I think, fantastic, yeah, that's a nice tidy way of doing it. I still think my way was a little bit closer to the edge. I think when you throttle down to the 7 second count, you slow down a bit too early. But like I said before, I'm not really in a rush, so it's just a matter of um, you know, picking whatever suits you really. Okay, so Valor, Courage, and Bravery enlist today. Ooh, Wu Guinagi looks like it's in some kind of state of civil war. Let's have a look. I think they are in civil war. We'll find out at the station, but I think we're fast enough to get away from anyone who tries to cause trouble. They'll be messing with the wrong commander. And here we go. Request docking. I tried using the docking computer a couple of times, and I really like the touch where they add the Blue Danube for, I think it's Strauss who plays it, which is a nice little tribute to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Great movie. But I will say I didn't like the docking computer. I don't know why people use it. I think once you get good at docking and matching your speed, the docking computer is just a mess. You sit there forever waiting for the queue, waiting. I haven't got time for that. You spend so much time trying to get to the station. The last thing you want to do is wait like 10 minutes outside while, it figures out how it's gonna. enter the station, let alone land. So I got rid of that pretty quickly. Alright, overshot, overshot. Can't multitask, speaking and flying at the same time. Here we go, there we are. And we land. Right. And touchdown. Great, well, thanks for following this little rant and introductory video. Follow and subscribe my channel for more videos. Hopefully they'll be getting better later. And if you have any questions or there's anything you want to ask, feel free to ask away. Anyway, for now, take care of yourselves. Good night.